and you say, "Oh, here I am."
There you are in your ministry.
Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah. Oh, I
hard
like the
music.
Pardon me?
Like that hard rock and roll.
Yeah. You seem like a hard rocker.
He looks like a headbanger to me.
He really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. You're
Minus the hair.
right in front of the... You have hair. I'm minus the hair.
Used to be a lot longer.
It used to be... What happened?
Just, it was getting hot. Summertime.
I
So
could tell.
comfortable.
Yeah, look at the weather behind him.
Yeah, look at the weather. It's beautiful summer.
Oh, yeah, like those mountains.
Well, you're a guy.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Robert.
Hi,
Robert Dominguez.
Robert?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you do, Robert?
Well, I used to be a flight attendant for a long time, but I hung it up. Now I just do open mic comedy and drive around Uber in L.A. and I drive Lyft sometimes in Charlotte when I hang out here. This is where I used to be a flight attendant.
Okay. Can I get a pillow?
You want a pillow?
Yeah. Do you want peanuts?
For me?
I'll take a 7-Up if you have a 7-Up.
I'm not Diet Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess we're on Southwest.
I don't know. You keep leaning back. Is there any way that you could put your seat in the upright position before we start this?
Here you go. I am upright.
There you go.
Right. And put your seatbelt on, please.
I'm going to buckle up.
He's got a window seat. Look at that right behind him.
Oh my God, yeah.
Did you used to do the talk right before people? What airlines did you work for?
I worked for American. I used to work in first class, do all the announcements, do the pre-departure drinks.
Okay, do the announcement.
Make sure.
I want to hear the announcement. I never get to hear it like off a plane.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, welcome aboard American Airlines. Please put your...
Hold on.
First,
Sorry.
minus the airline?
Wait.
No. If you could just put your arms out like an airplane and then do it. Okay.
Go ahead.
Go.
Start again.
Welcome aboard American Airlines. Your safety is very important to us. Please pause for a moment to pay attention to the flight attendants and their safety announcement.
You didn't talk like that when you're doing that. You're adding it.
I put a little more bass in my voice.
No. Do it as if you were on the I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Do it as if we're really on. Like, listen. A lot of people are not watching this. A lot of people are listening to this, and I want it to sound real, and I don't want it to sound like you're trying to put it on.
Okay.
And could you put just a little more bass in your voice, like Michael Clark Duncan from the Green Mile bass?
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
With your arms out.
All right, let me conjure it up.
The Conjuring was one of my favorite
Welcome
movies.
aboard American Airlines. As you make your way to the cabin, please place your personal belongings, like luggage and rollerboards, in the overhead compartment. Your smaller items, please put those details underneath the seat in front of you. And if you're sitting in an exit row, please review the safety card in the seat pocket. You may need to open the exit in the event of an unlikely emergency.
That sounded more like Michael Jackson than Michael Clark Duncan.
But he's very sing-songy, and you put your rollerboards.
Ah, Mexican, see?
What? See.
A Mexican. We sing song a lot.
Because Michael Clark Duncan's like, take my hand, boss. And he's more like, take my hand, boss. Chee, hee, hee, chee, take my hand, boss. Special. Hee, hee, chee. Like, that's how you came across. Can you go deep, like, take my hand, boss?
American Airlines welcomes you to our
Arms
flight.
out,
Yeah,
arms
arms
out.
out.
You
That's
got
right.
it.
That's got it.
Welcome
Here
to
we go.
American Airlines. We're going to L.A., New York City. Please put your items in an overhead compartment.
Perfect. Beautiful.
What's the weirdest thing that ever happened to you as a flight attendant on the plane?
Well, I was going Miami to New York City, LaGuardia.
That's not weird.
And this gentleman come on. He's a Hasidic Jewish man. He had the curly cues. I was
Yeah.
prefaced by the
a lot of Hasidic Jewish
people.
people. Let me just explain to Harlan because
Yeah,
he's not
what is
Jewish
it?
and I am. The curly cues.
Yeah.
Sometimes as Jews we travel with French fries.
Oh.
We would like to bring French fries with us.
Like curly
This
fries?
guy had a
curly
little box
fries.
on his head.
A what?
This guy had a little box on his head, and he had his book. We were told that he's going to be quiet. He's going to be praying, doing his morning prayers. So he did his thing, and he was, really cool. And then he said, after he was done doing his prayers, I'd like some vodka, but don't bring it in a glass. And then he explained to me the whole idea behind the plastic cup and his vodka. After 2 or 3 of those, he started getting his, he was a single guy. He started talking to the pretty ladies in first class. This guy had serious game. It was cool. That was a good weird thing. There was plenty of bad weird things.
Wait, that's the story?
Well, kinda, yeah. It was just he was a really cool guy. I mean, he was like,
well, at first, I
tying it
know,
off, but he was.
at first when you see a Jew, like when you first saw me or you came on the show, you didn't think I was cool, but then you learn, oh, I can get along with the
Cool
Jews.
since I was a kid, Howie.
I know, but I'm not eating my curly fries.
Did you used to have curly cues?
I think he means I don't know what he means. Curly cues are like, "Nyah, nyah, nyah." You say when, like you go, here's your cue,
Well-
and I go, "Nyah, nyah, nyah, nyah," right? Like that.
Oh,
Like
I
become
think he
curly.
means the twirling hair that comes down, right?
Yeah, the curly ringlets that come down.
The
Okay.
hairs.
Well,
on
that's
the,
a crazy story. Do you
Yeah.
have anything that's
Well-
not so shocking?
Well,
Yeah.
okay. I was flying Phoenix to Ontario. I had
Hold
NBA
on. Can you do me a favor? Because I'm getting a little distracted. Could you take your glasses off, put them upside down, and then put them back on? I think that would help. There we go. Thank
All right.
you. Go
Now,
ahead.
Tell us a story.
All right. So, I was a flight attendant somewhere in the middle of the airplane going Phoenix to Ontario with the minor league basketball team.
Mhm.
Doing the exit row briefing, and the basketball team, young guys, tall, long legs. They weren't paying attention to me. They were just, talking. I'm trying to teach other people to do seatbelt. And
And you're
nobody
surrounded by
wanted to
tall
listen.
guys with long legs. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know, and they weren't exactly paying attention to me, so I got a little upset, after the whole thing. And I was like, I went to their coach. I said, hey, man, I said, you guys need to learn how to act in the airplane. Not everybody's been in an airplane. He said, well, you're gonna regret that, buddy. And I was like, I'm trying to do this job, and everyone's like, when you're on the spot and you can't do your thing, and like a heckler on the stage. And so we ended up going there. Everybody was fine. But
Have another
then
story?
I got
You have
back.
another
this
story?
one's really grinding the flight to a halt. I mean,
That's
I think
not.
we're
it's
in a
not
tailspin
good,
right
it's not
here.
a good story. Do you have another Jew story? You have
Yeah.
something with more Jews?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Easter. I took a bunch of people from
There's
LaGuardia
nothing
to
better
Orlando.
than a great
Yeah.
Jew during Easter
Yeah.
story. I'll just tell you really
Yeah.
quickly. I love Easter. I in the morning I'll get up really early. I used to. My kids are older now, but I used to get up really early, and kids used to go out in the backyard and look for Easter eggs for hours and hours and hours, even in the rain. And then they'd come back with tears in their eyes, and they go, Papa, we didn't find any eggs. Why didn't we find any eggs? And I used to every year I did the same thing. I went, because we're Jews. We're Jews. What are you kids doing?
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I found out this past Easter that it's a great time for folks in your culture and religion to go visit Disney World. We're going from LaGuardia down to Orlando. And I tell you,
He always gives you the destination, the
Everybody
point of
was looking
departure,
sharp
and where
and
he's going.
So it's Disneyland like Jewish Day? Is that what it is?
I never heard that, but go
I-
ahead.
I don't know. Well, I guess all the Christians are at church or something. I don't know, but
Can you do
it's a
one
good time
thing
to
for
go
me
and not wait in line.
before you continue? Could you just do one thing for me?
Tell me about
Could I get a chee?
it.
And then tell me this story you're telling is special.
It's special.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah. So I don't really like to go to Orlando because my
Because of
kids
all
are
the-
growing up. I don't like being around kids, but
Or Jews.
it was cool that day because everybody was going to Disney World and they were all like everybody it was Jewish trip to Disney World.
Right.
It's a good day to go. That's
Right.
what I figured. Like everyone hanging out in their backyard chasing eggs and stuff. So
Did you go in the haunted mansion? The haunted
I
mansion?
did. Yeah. The
No?
haunted man.
The haunted mansion. That day it's the haunted mansion.
Did you go on the swirling teacups? The swirling teacups?
That's a cup of soups.
The cup of matzo soup.
The cup of matzo ball soups. Just for that one day, they changed the whole thing.
Hey, sounds good to me.
Right?
Can I get a chihi? And a special?
Can I just show?
Okay, carry on.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Harlan?
Yeah.
Hey, I was doing a little homework, and it seems like you're related to like some bare naked lady guy, right?
Well,
That doesn't make sense. A bare naked
Yeah,
lady
the
guy?
guy from the band.
Bare naked lady guy?
Well, there is the band, the
Keith
Bare Naked,
Turner.
but he's also related to 3 bare naked ladies.
That's cool.
I know.
Well, I meant that's like family and stuff, right?
Sounds like you like music, huh?
If he's related,
I love
it
music.
is like family and stuff.
Yeah.
You are.
Music's great.
Is that so? Now you've quit being a flight attendant and you're just doing music and comedy.
Yeah, I'd go over there and practice over at the Fourth Wall in North Hollywood, and over at the Ha Ha. And
Give us
hopefully
some-
I did the belly room once over there.
So give us a
With
little
his Mark-
taste of what you do,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. How do you introduce yourself? Do you go by your regular name, Robert Dominguez?
Well, I used to go by Robert Sunday because the language barrier, but I think I went back to my birth name, Robert Dominguez. It's my stand-up name.
So you didn't want to say your last name was Dominguez because of the language barrier. So you said
that
Robert
because
Sunday.
I was a flight. I was working for that company, and I didn't want to say anything to get me fired.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Sunday Dominguez. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I just do open mics and
Wow.
drive an Uber and
Let me hear.
keep my laundry clean for my wife, wash dishes.
Let's
I'm
hear
like a
party.
houseman.
Let's hear your opening joke. Go.
Well, I come from Colorado, man. And I've been growing up. My family was kind of tough because my mom, she would always give me like advice, and I was always like, hey mom, when I was 15, I was like, I like girls. Like, you think you can go to the store with me, buy me some condoms? Well, hito, you're Catholic, just pull out, multiply, get married, divorce, child support, just like your dad. We like him anyway. So I could kind of go into family stuff.
I think the flight's arrived. I think we're at the gate. We're at the terminal. This flight's over, I think.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sunday.
Oh. Okay.
Bye.
That it?
There's a tailspin at the end there. What? Yeah, we got a